So if you have any question, you ask. If you don't, then we can look at how to overcome communication barriers.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, quickly so that we close. How to overcome communication barriers. One, know the receiver's background, their interests, and the language. These are very important because we have mentioned so many things about culture of the people, the social acceptability, the interests of people, and the language. So if you're able to know the receiver's background, their interests, and the language, you'll be able to overcome the communication barriers. Two, understand human nature. Human nature needs. Study the audience thoroughly and use language that the audience understand. Try to understand human nature. If you don't understand human nature, you'll not be able to deal with them. So try and understand how human beings behave. The human needs. Study your audience also thoroughly and use languages that audience understand. Reduce noise and other distractions in the environment. Any noisy issues, they try and reduce them, and any other distraction in the environment is very important. We want to look at the population aspect. So when you are doing your communication, you must also have target population, whether in your health education, in your behavior change communication, or any project that you want to undertake. You must always look at your population, your target population or the target audience. That's a particular group of people that is identified as the intended recipients of an advertisement, a product or campaign. So you must also identify your audience, people who are going to listen to your message, people who you want them to receive your products, the people that you want them to get and be part of the intervention. So it is important that you identify this target population. That's the people a program is designed to serve. For example, parents with children under 5 years, or parents of children with disabilities. So you might identify clearly your target population. The target population is simply a group of people for which your project is designed to benefit, or a group of people that you design or that you have decided to sell your project to, a group of people that you have decided to provide education to on a specific health problem, a group of people that you have decided to help to come with an intervention. It could be parents who have children with disability. You want to talk to them how to manage the disability. It could be adolescents, how to prevent pregnancy. It could be women 50 years and above, how to manage menopause. It could be men who are 40 years and above, how to prevent, prostate cancer. So you can, all these groups, all the individuals or groups that you have identified that you have a special interest in to provide your intervention, your target audience or your target population. Then we also have what we call segmentation of the target population. That is the diverse audience, the general public, is more difficult most of the time to deal with. Sometimes impossible to deal with them. So you must also divide your population into what? Quota or segment, so that you talk to these people differently, so that eventually at the end of the day, you can meet entire population or the entire general population, or the general population can be part of what? Your study. So when an area or a group of people within the general population that you have selected to be the target of or to be the recipient for that particular message, then we can say you are doing what? Segmentation of target audience. So we say an audience respond better to message that are tailored and relevant to them. So when you put all women together, you are providing education on teenage pregnancy. All of them will not benefit. People will go away. Because teenage pregnancy is meant for only segment of that population. That is teenage girls. Menopause is for women of certain age. So you must look at all of this. So the target audience segmentation is very important to successfully achieve the desired change in behavior. And we are saying that the target audience or the target segmentation is the process of dividing a general audience or the general population into smaller groups with similar characteristics, wants, and needs. Segmentation of target audience, we are saying, is a process of dividing a general population or general audience into smaller groups with similar characteristics, wants, and needs. So you must look at the segment of the population or the part of the population or smaller group within that population. They have similar characteristics, their wants and needs are the same. And therefore, whatever you are presenting to them, they will listen to you. But when you put other groups together and things that you are presenting are not interest to them, they will not participate in it. They will not even listen to you.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
So does it mean that you have multiple of program that you are going to give to the people? Because if you have your target population, and then out of this target population, you are going to do segmentation for various purposes, then it means that your purpose or your program outline is multiple.
Yes, in one way, I will say yes. In another way around, no. The reason why we are saying this is that you remember I said earlier that just like if you organize focus group discussion, even though, for example, COVID is for everybody, both men and women. Mm-hmm. But when you put women and men together, because of our cultural background, the women will not ask questions. In some communities where men talk, women do not talk. So when you do that, they will not ask questions. But when you put women together of the same level, all mothers, they are likely to voice out all the things that are worrying them. When you put all teenagers or young ladies together, and you are presenting to them, even though it's the same condition, diabetes or HIV or COVID-19, they will feel comfortable and ask questions. The same way you put all the men together, fathers, they will feel comfortable to ask questions. But when you put young boys together with their parents, they will not talk. So that's why we are saying that you need to do what? Segmentation. So it is not necessarily that you have a multiple purpose of going to the community. Probably it's the same language or the same intervention. However, it must be delivered differently based on the characteristics and the wants of the people. So I can seek the attention of everybody that is involved. Apart from that, when you put them together, children will not talk when their parents are there. Meanwhile, there are issues that bothering them when it comes to reproductive health. They want to ask questions. But they know if they ask in the presence of their parents, they may think that they are engaging in some behavior already, or they may be suspecting them. So they will not ask such questions. But when you put all of them together, they will feel comfortable to talk. So it is based on this that we are saying that we need to do segmentation. My brother, are you okay?
Yeah, it's clear. Thank you.
Okay. Then the more segmented a target population is, the more information can be obtained, which will result in the development of more relevant messages, communication strategies, and also incentives. So the more you segmented a target audience, the more information can also be obtained, which will result in development of more relevant messages, communication strategies, and also incentives. So in COVID-19, yes, elderly people may also be thinking of vaccines and all that. Maybe young people are interested in what? Masking up, or old people are interested in providing us washing facilities in our homes. So even though in the same segmentation, we are all preventing COVID, the needs of various groups are different. Because the older population are saying that when we mask up, because we already have certain disease conditions, we are able to breathe. So we can't breathe. And that is what affecting our health. So when we wash our hands and we isolate, it's better than what? Masking up. That could be something coming from what? The elderly people. And you need to look at all of that. Yes.
Can you please mute Isaac? He doesn't seem to be aware his microphone is on, and we are having a lot of noise from his side. Thank you.
Okay. So all of this is important for you to be able to achieve that. Because if the same population, but elderly people are saying that when they put on the mask, they can't breathe. So these are the things that you also need to look at. Then you can also look at factors in determining target audience. One, the population needs to base on severity or the burden of the health problem, how vulnerability or how vulnerable that population is. If it is HIV, look at the entire population, which people are so vulnerable. Then you can segment them. For example, I said about HIV, we said that men who have sex with men, they are the most vulnerable. They are increasing the numbers. So you must look for them within the larger population and be able to what? Provide education for them. Going forward, you must also look at what? Female sex workers. They are the one we said that they are also fueling our numbers. So you must also locate them and provide education. Currently, we are also saying that people who are traveling back to Ghana,
Hello, sir. Sir, please, you are mute. We can't hear you.
So microphone na break. My phone.
Hey, Chancellor.
My phone. Na break. Ah. Nick, block no I manage any biom na phone.
Question get the Chancellor.
Blacklist no on the odwani enyi na phone na break. Ah. O position aso no ko. O position no ko.
Hello, Nick. Nick, call Sel. We can't hear him. I can't hear him. I don't know if you can.
He just joined. I think his network had an issue.
Oh, okay. Okay, because even my light bar just went off. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Light of it. I'm also in light out though.
My network just left.
Any light to Nick. Yeah, point.
So did you also experience the light off, or it is the network?
Is the light
Because
off that came on?
Light just went off. I don't know what is happening.
For me, it just went and came. And the moment
Yeah,
it
you
went,
are
well, the
lucky.
network also cut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Your own has not come. I hope you
Your
finish on there.
Your own has not come in.
No.
Okay, then I think this is the last one so that we close.
All right, sir. Thank you, there.
Yeah. So we are talking about the potential to adopt the promoted behavior. So try as much as possible to see if your client or the segment of the population is also capable of adopting the behavior that you want to see. And also ease of reaching the audience, their accessibility. How do you reach that particular segment? It is not easy, for example, when you look at the female sex workers that I've talked about, or the men who have sex with men. How do you get them? These are not people that are selling in the market that you can identify. So how do you reach them? It's a big challenge. So it's an issue that you must also look at. Then the potential for audience to influence others, or the targets that you have identified within population. Are they also ready to influence the behavior of others? For example, if you are teaching hand washing in school, you know that children are likely to have influence on their parents when they get home, because they are going to carry those behaviors and send them home. And as they continue to wash their hands, their parents also follow up, because they will tell them that we are told in school that everybody should wash their hands in a way to prevent COVID-19. So you know that children have a larger population that they can impact it on when they are back home. So you also look at the population that if you target them, it can affect all others. You look at that, so that can also actually help you in delivering your message. Then finally, you also look at prioritization of some policies and programs. How critical are they? Currently, the critical issue affecting of us is what? COVID. So you must also prioritize that. And another thing that is coming to COVID is what? Mental health challenge. How do we prioritize that? And because we are all forgotten about HIV cases are increasing. And COVID has also contributed to that, because during the lockdown, a lot of people are in the house and they are having unprotected sex. And that also contributed to what? The rise in the HIV cases that we have today. So all of this, you must also look at them and see how best you'll be able to resolve them before you can choose your target audience. If you have any question, I'll respond to it. If you don't have, then we class here. Any question? Any contribution? Any clarification? Silence means
No, sir.
all right. Then we can end the class here.
All
Good
right,
night,
sir.
everyone.
Good
Thank
night.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.